Today I'll be sharing with you 5 Ayurvedic practices that I do on a daily basis to improve my health and well-being. And I'll also be sharing a 6th practice or a bonus practice that is pretty mainstream, yet we've all been practicing it wrong. We've all been missing a step, so stick around. I'm Karen, a holistic psychotherapist, certified aromatherapist, and Ayurvedic lifestyle instructor, and I bring you videos on holistic well-being so that you can live your most optimal life. By the end of this video, I promise that you'll be able to incorporate these 5 practices easily into your daily life, and you'll be able to use them to detoxify you, improve your health, and reduce your stress. So what's the first Ayurvedic practice that I do every day? It's actually the thing that I do the first thing in the morning when I first wake up, and it's this thing. It's a tongue scraper. Yes, a tongue scraper. It actually is used to scrape off that layer of white gunk that's on all of our tongues in the morning, and it just cleans out the tongue. And so it's said that overnight a lot of bacteria is gathered on our tongue, and this tongue scraper, it's a metal tongue scraper, is more effective than any other tongue scraper that exists. I've seen people use a spoon to take the gunk off of their tongue, or a plastic kind of tongue scraper. This metal one acts electromagnetically to grab even more bacteria than those other kinds. So this little tongue scraper is very, very important to take off that layer of gunk in the morning so that we then don't ingest it throughout the day. So brushing your teeth in the morning is not enough. It's very vital to your health to use this tongue scraper. And the reason is that in Ayurveda, there's the concept of ama, which is toxic buildup, and ojas, which is vitality. Ojas is the opposite of ama. And so ama, which is toxic buildup, is taken away in the morning easily, very easily. If you're concerned with detoxifying your body, this is the easiest practice to do, to take off that toxic buildup so that you don't re-ingest it after that. So the more you detoxify, or the more you reduce ama in your body, the more ojas, or the more space there is for ojas and vitality to be implemented into your body. And so by taking off toxins with the tongue scraper, you're actually helping your body improve overall for optimal well-being. So the second Ayurvedic practice that I do every day is I use ashwagandha. Ashwagandha is an adaptogenic herb, which means that it responds to stress in an adapting way, meaning it adapts to whatever our stress is. It helps our bodies cope with it. So it's not just it'll help with your sleep, it'll help with your immune system, or it'll help only with certain things. It actually adapts to what your body's needs are to help your system better adapt to stress. And so if you're having sleep disturbance, if you're having anxiety, if you're having a poor immune response, meaning like you're always sick, ashwagandha will be very beneficial to make you feel less stress, more healthy, and have better sleep. The recommended dose is 500 milligrams up to twice a day. And although it helps you fall asleep, it also gives you great energy. Ashwagandha means, or is translated loosely to mean the strength of 10,000 horses. The third Ayurvedic practice that I do daily is I follow a dosha appropriate diet, or a diet that's right for my mind body type. If you haven't yet watched the video on your mind body type, please do so right here, as well as download the quiz in the description box below to figure out what your own mind body type is. So all of us have a dosha, or a mind body type, and that is determined at birth based on the elements that were most present at conception. This dosha, or mind body type, is enduring, and it is our health blueprint. It can give us a lot of information as to what kind of illnesses we are more prone to getting, as well as what would help us balance that illness out or prevent that illness. In addition to eating according to my dosha, I eat according to the 6 tastes of Ayurveda. Foods are categorized into 6 categories: sweet, salty, sour, bitter, astringent, and pungent, which means spicy. And so it is important to have the 6 tastes throughout the day but to favor the tastes that are most appropriate for your mind-body type. And finally, I like to eat all the colors of the rainbow. So my foods are very, very colorful. I have greens, I have whites, I have purples, yellows, orange, and blues, like in blueberries. So I favor a diet or a plate that is very, very colorful. And that's an Ayurvedic practice. The fourth Ayurvedic practice that I follow daily is I follow the clock, or I organize my activities based on the Ayurvedic clock. So Vata, Pitta, and Kapha, the three doshas, do govern different times of day. Vata governs between 2 and 6 a.m. and p.m. Kapha governs between 6 and 10 a.m. and p.m. And Pitta governs between 10 and 2 a.m. and p.m. And so if you understand that Vata is the principle of movement, Kapha is the principle of protection and slow moving, and Pitta governs the principle of transformation and digestion, you can actually organize your activities to favor or be in line with that dosha. And so I try to get up around 6:30 a.m. or with the sun. That is absolutely beneficial, or it means I'm following the dosha clock. I go to bed by 10 p.m. for sure. I work out preferably in the morning, and I organize the main bulk of my work activities between 10 and 6. So 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. That's when my mind is most active according to the dosha clock. I try really hard every day to not eat past 7:30, and that's to help my system optimize its digestion. Although my mind-body type does do well with a small snack right before bed, generally I do try to stop eating before around 7:30 or no later than 7:30 to optimize my digestion. And then I also meditate first thing in the morning, because that's the time that is recommended in Ayurveda to get the most optimal benefits from meditation. And that brings me to my fifth practice, which is meditation. Meditation is recommended to do once or twice a day, between 20 and 30 minutes, once or twice a day. So the bonus practice, or the sixth practice that I want to share with you today, is the neti pot. You know, this little thing that we put water in and French salt in it, which is gray salt. We put a 1/4 teaspoon of gray salt in there with filtered water, and then we put this on our nose, and over the sink we let the water drain out into our other nostril. Many of us have been doing that. It's actually recommended to do this up to 6 times a day to prevent allergens from being stored in our nostrils. Except we've only been doing this step. There's actually 2 steps to this process. The second step is to use an oil, what's called a Nasya oil. And this one is from Sarada Ayurvedic Remedies. And so it's very important, after you cleanse your nostrils with the neti pot and the sea salt, or the French Atlantic sea salt, to then put some drops of this oil into your nose. So you would put your head back, open the bottle, and actually drop the oil inside your nose, hold your nose for a few moments, and then let it drain down into your throat. This actually lubricates your nasal passages, as only this step may actually dry out some of your passages. Because there's salt in them, it can actually dry you out a little bit. And this oil actually lubricates and finishes off the full practice of using the neti pot. So now you know how to use these 6 daily Ayurvedic practices and how to incorporate them into your life easily to improve your health, improve your vitality, help detoxify you, and reduce your stress. I invite you to watch my other videos on Ayurveda so that you can gain more knowledge on this fascinating medical system, which is the oldest medical system in the world. It's actually 5,000 years old. And make sure you download your Ayurvedic quiz below to find out what your mind-body type is. As well, let me know which of these 6 practices have you used before. Leave your answer in the comments below. I'm Karen. If you like this kind of video, please consider subscribing to my channel, giving this video a thumbs up, and hitting the notification bell so that you can get notified when future videos come out. I invite you to have a great day, and I'll see you next time.